Hi everybody, foXnoMad here, and today I want to help you travel smarter by reviewing this Metrosafe LS450 anti-theft backpack made by Pacsafe, which is a company that's known for making anti-theft and ultra-secure backpacks. And over the years they've gotten better at bridging the gap between functionality and security, which isn't easy to do in a backpack like this, which is a daily carry, which has to be as usable and as accessible as possible. And Pacsafe has gotten pretty close here. They've made a backpack which is very functional and capable, also very secure, but there's still a divide between those two of security and functionality that you're going to have to navigate. So first, let's start off with the LS450 as a backpack. The 450 is 25 liters, although it's a bit on the larger side of 25 liters, liters being a unit of measurement on backpacks that varies widely. There are 3 compartments in this bag, 2 on the front and a main compartment. Starting with this top compartment here, you've got this quick grab pocket and a few organizational compartments, and this top pocket is as close to a quick grab pocket as you'll get on this backpack, but it definitely does have the first security feature, which is this zipper lock. Obviously it's not a very sophisticated lock, but it will make it more difficult for a thief to sneak into the pocket with the zipper latched. That added time and effort that it would take to get into that pocket is likely to make most thieves look elsewhere. On the flip side though, it's not as easy to get your things in and out of the pocket when you want to access them, so taking that zipper latch off takes a little bit of work and it's a little bit cumbersome, and I can see that falling out of use if you're in a rush or if you're using this backpack on a daily basis and you get comfortable wherever you're traveling. I could see that kind of getting out of use because it's just so much easier to get in and out of that pocket when that latch isn't attached. The compartment below has the same lockable zippers to deter pickpockets with the same internal organization as well. And these pockets have some depth to them, which is nice, but they don't really eat into the main compartment, so they have a little bit of depth, so you can fit bigger items in there and it makes them actually usable, unlike a lot of other backpacks. When you have these front pockets, they're just kind of a sleeve. This is more of an actual pocket than a sleeve, so it's nice that Pacsafe has added that here. Inside the main compartment here, which also has its own locking mechanism for the zippers that's odd in its own way. Overall a little bit less tricky to use, especially when using one hand while filming a YouTube video. Side note about these main compartment zippers though, they don't go all the way around the front, just being a little bit less than halfway. Now that's not my favorite design. I do like it when the zippers go all the way around the bag. It makes getting things out of the bottom of the bag much more easy, so if you tend to stack things in your bag like that, then it's a little bit easier when the zippers go all the way around. You can just open the whole front up and just grab things from the bottom or the top as you want. But if you're somebody who travels with laptops mainly and books, if that's what you're going to fill this backpack up with mostly, then that half zipper isn't going to make such a difference to you, since you're mostly just pulling things out which are stacked side by side rather than on top of each other. The interior is spacious though. This big sleeve here is big enough for a 15-inch MacBook Pro, and there's plenty of other space for a few cameras, a lunch, or whatever you want to pack. Pacsafe have also included this RFID blocking pocket here, as well as you can see that you can use for things like your passport, for example. The LS450 isn't a huge bag, but it's not too small either. It's a solid size for a daily commute, school, or travelers who don't want to carry a ton of electronics and need a solid day pack. And wearing this bag is pretty comfortable for the most part. It distributes weight well and is fairly light, coming out at 840 grams or 1 pound and 14 ounces. The exterior material is made out of 210D nylon, which isn't a particularly tough build, but behind it is an exo mesh slash guard to protect people from cutting through your bag. And despite it having this protective mesh, Pacsafe has still managed to keep this bag light, and part of that is because Pacsafe has used polyester for the interior lining of this bag, something I'm not a fan of generally because it feels cheap, but polyester is light and reasonably durable. It's just not as nice as some other fabric blends used on more expensive bags. Now the shoulder straps are solid but not entirely comfortable, and again that comes between bridging security and bridging comfort, and there's a little bit of a divide here. So hidden within the cushioning of these shoulder straps are the actual straps themselves. The reason they hide the straps in the shoulder padding is to deter slashing, so somebody can't just cut these off of you and make off with your bag, especially if you're carrying it just sort of on one shoulder. Now because of this, it makes it very difficult to actually adjust the straps when you're wearing the bag. Everything is just a little bit too tight, so that's something that again is part of that trade-off between security and functionality. Additionally, the material used here is a bit abrasive on clothing. It kind of sticks to shirts and polyester fiber blends. This added material around the neck also isn't that comfortable, especially when you wear this bag over a couple hours, and in hot weather it's just going to make you really sweaty. One other security feature on the right strap here is this lock. Like the others, it's not the easiest to lock and unlock, but obviously that has its trade-offs for both users and for thieves. You don't want to make it so easy to unlock that somebody can just make off with your bag. You want to make it just cumbersome enough to where it's going to be enough of a time deterrent so that a thief is going to potentially look elsewhere. So the reason this is here is you can use it to connect it to a chair in a cafe or a handle of a train, for example, so someone can't just walk off with your bag when you're distracted, let's say watching a YouTube review, for example. The top handle is sturdy and the dual bottle holders are a nice touch. I've noticed they come in handy more often than not when traveling, so I like that Pacsafe has added them here. So overall, the LS450 is a very capable backpack on its own, security features aside. Yes, the shoulder straps could be a little less abrasive with different fabric, and they could make it easier to actually adjust this bag when you're wearing it, but no major complaints overall in the design of this bag. And as far as the security side of things, no major complaints there as well. These are some very smart features that they put in this backpack that can actually prevent someone from stealing things out of your bag. I think the biggest advantage are the zipper locks. As difficult and annoying as they can be for you as a user, they make it really a lot more difficult for somebody to just sneak into your zipper pockets. Now in my travels, that's something that I've noticed that thieves tend to do. I've had pickpockets try to do that to my backpacks when I'm traveling, and they've tried to sort of get into those front zipper compartments especially, so I think those zipper locks are a big help. I also like the shoulder strap lock, which you can use to just hook this around a chair when you're in a cafe, for example. I tend to do that with my backpacks now. I try to find some way to sort of at least tie them to my leg, or maybe slip my leg in between the shoulder strap and the floor, just so that there's something that will alert me if my bag is moving without my knowledge. So that's one other thing that I like that Pacsafe have included here. So the biggest issue with the LS450 is when functionality and security come together. That's the trade-off that you often make between security and usability, and it's no different here. Those zipper locks, yes, are cumbersome. They might get in your way and you might just stop using them altogether, especially if you're out and about and on the go and you just want to be able to get things in and out of your pockets quickly and easily. But if you're traveling in places where you're concerned about safety and security, or you just want a bag that can really reassure you and really deter pickpockets and is very capable as a backpack itself, then the LS450 is a good backpack to take a look at. I'll leave a link to the LS450 in the description below, and while you're down there, hit the like and subscribe buttons. I'll have new videos for you every week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. And today I want to help foXnoMad here and over between functionality. Safe has gotten a lot and capable